Welcome to the Mas3 Podcast with Mas Ufuk.
Markus.
And Mas3.
And we started this initiative basically just to have fun with the three of us. And we are going to talk about how life is here in Indonesia, about our exchange, about our expectations, and just different other topics. So let's first have like an introduction about ourselves. So I'm Ufuk, 23 years old. I live in the Netherlands and I have a Turkish background. And I'm here for the Master Business Administration Exchange.
Yeah, thanks Ufuk. My name is Markus. I come from Finland. I have a background in Estonia. My mother is Estonian. And I studied the same program as Ufuk. And I think Max can tell about himself.
Thank you, Markus. I'm Mas3. I'm 25 years old. I come from Germany. Have a fully German background. Very boring. And I'm also here in Indonesia to study the Master MBA like Mas Ufuk and Markus.
Yeah.
How do you guys like it so far, the studying here?
For me, it's personally like it's better than I expected. I didn't have like that much high expectation of Indonesia, just also because like I know that the school system in Europe is better than here. But until now I'm glad with this program I have chosen. You, Max?
Yeah, man. People told me that it's gonna be a lot of work, but not very hard work, and I think that's exactly how it is. We have to do a lot of stuff like assignments, presentations, attend class, but it's bearable with the right people. So in general, I like it.
With you in the class, guys, it's much easier to have fun during class. And you, Markus, what do you think?
No, I really like it. It's really different from my home university. We have a lot of presentations, presenting assignments. Yeah, it's something new also for me.
Yeah. So, and also like for this first podcast, we prepared each of us some questions to ask each other. So maybe Markus can also start with his topic.
Yes, thank you, Ufuk. So I was thinking that my question is that what was your guys' first impressions of me, and for example, what was Max's first impression of Ufuk? And I think it would be really interesting to hear about this kind of stuff. Maybe Ufuk can start now.
Yeah, when we talk about first impressions, it's always about like some prejudice we have like about each other. So of course maybe sometimes you think something wrong about each other, but when we met like the first time, I felt like with Markus immediately a click, because he was also like the only one from his country, and the same for me. So and we were basically just one of the few boys in the class. So I think that clicked. And from your accent, I first thought he was from the Balkan or something like that. But he wasn't, and after class we just sometimes did some activities together, and I think that made the relationship stronger. But like the first impression was just positive. Most of the time I don't really have an opinion over someone. I just want to see how he behaves towards me, and then I just make a conclusion about that. And for Max, I'm gonna say completely no. I'm just gonna say the same thing. Like based on like I will. Like back in Europe, in the Netherlands, for example, I would not be sure if I would have stepped onto you, maybe the first, but maybe that's just based on, not on the looks, but like personal. I didn't know what to expect, but sometimes it's also just like we had like on the cultural orientation day, we just like talk with each other, and then you get to know each other more personal, and then I was like, okay, we are on the same mind, and then it's fine, and then you're just starting your maybe like new friend relationships for the next few years even. So that's what I was thinking.
Interesting. I can continue. I mean, I'm always that kind of person who checks the WhatsApp groups, who looks at the profile pictures and who looks at the lists about the nationalities. So like you, Markus, I saw your name and I saw, okay, he's Austrian, so there's another German speaking. So I was looking for an Austrian guy. And then when I met you, I didn't connect Markus with Austria. Like I didn't know who you were from that list. I was a bit not confused, but it was strange. But I think we first met on the first day when we went outside to go to the masters.
Yep.
And I mean, it's always, there were many women in our master's program, and when there's another man,
Yeah.
we always connect faster.
That's true.
And yeah, I think we got along pretty fast. And yeah, for Ufuk, we also met the first day at uni. When we walked around, we talked a bit. But the moment that surprised me the most was on that academics day, when we were just goofing around and suddenly you came out of nowhere and asked me, Max, do you think in order to be happy with someone else, you have to be happy with yourself?
Yes.
Or was it that quote?
Yeah,
I think I quoted it wrong.
Just
but it
something
was
like that. Like
Yeah, it
sometimes
was-
I just ask people I randomly knew, just ask like serious questions about, just because to let them know if they like, how do they think, like, you
Yeah.
know. So just that was like my, I was basically testing you if you could be
It
my
was-
friend or
that
not
was
with
so
that
funny
question.
because I was like, yeah, having fun with people, and I can also talk about these things, but
Mhm.
not like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't weird, but I was very surprised,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was like my first striking impression from you.
Yeah, but to be honest, for me, it's also like sometimes I don't take myself that serious. Just
Yeah.
asking, and because you ask a question like that, then there's like then it's less difficult to just talk with each other because you
It's
are
like,
ready.
like an icebreaker.
And it's an icebreaker, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And what about you, Markus?
Yeah, I also checked the WhatsApp groups, and I was
Stalker.
I was checking that there is so many French people, so many German people,
Mm.
so that's why I saw that Ufuk is not from any of these countries, so I was happy about it. Yeah, he doesn't speak German, I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, we got really well from the beginning. I think I approached you in the first day when we were eating the lunch.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was really nice from the beginning. We even went to the dinner after the day, so that was nice.
Mhm.
About Max, I checked your WhatsApp also. I really liked your style. And yeah, when we met, there was like, I think around 7 women and then you. So
Yeah.
of course I came to you, and yeah, then we walked to the MM building.
I was taking the scooter.
Oh yeah, you took the scooter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was
Yeah,
the
but in
cool
the
one.
beginning we were walking a bit, and
Yeah.
yeah, we were talking, and it was really nice. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was really nice to meet you guys, and I'm happy you are also studying the same thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to think that we only know each other for 1 month,
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a
because
month.
we spend so much time together, because as I was saying earlier, we have to attend all these classes.
Mhm.
That also means that we have to spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
Like we kind of forced to. And I think also the academics day really, I don't know, it was kind of funny, like a fever dream. It was a lot,
Mhm.
but at the end it formed a group, kind of.
Yeah.
I think that's the day where it all started.
Yeah. But to be honest, for me, I also like regarding like the UGM, like other fellow students. I'm not that much in contact with other students, so it's also like more easier just just because I see you guys every day, just to be friends like with each other. But I think like our friendship, like we also do like different activities next to school. Like last week we went for archery. This weekend we'll go for Tai Chi. So I think we are doing great in starting like a great relationship with each other. If I formulated that well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
true.
time, it's also like for me, like a big question is for me, as I ask myself the whole time, is like, we are here during the exchange together,
Mm.
but it makes me also a little bit sad when I think like about the time after the exchange. We'll be still that much in touch with each other? Probably not, because everyone's going their own way. But how do you guys like think about that, about our friendship? Like, will it stay after the exchange, or?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I always think about with relationship that would it last like longer time, especially when we are studying in totally different country now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I hope so. Yeah, we live in different countries, so you never know. But at least like once a year, twice a year, maybe we will meet and
Yeah.
keep contact.
Yeah, I have a similar situation. Like I've done a voluntary year in Uganda,
Mm-hmm.
and I met some people there at a seminar. We got along very, very well. and that it was like a group of 4 people, including me, and we still meet each other sometimes. For example, when I flew to Indonesia, I flew from Berlin, and they live in Berlin, so I just visited them. So I connected these 2 things together, and yeah, we still write sometimes when they're doing something with the organization, so there's still contact. But I've also had the other experience when I was in Uganda. I also met some fellow volunteers, and I don't have any contact with them anymore. So I think it depends. I mean, it's not like we're gonna text each other every day, but at least we follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah.
Maybe one of you can like my stories or the other way around.
When you post something.
Yeah. And then whenever you are in the Netherlands, just contact me. Then we of course
Yeah.
can arrange something. But
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
when we travel around Europe, that would be like
Perfect moment. to
every
meet.
time I go to the Netherlands, I'll think about you, or maybe to Austria, or however long you will stay there, to Finland. I don't know.
No.
I'll think about you.
And of course, like it's also like I think it depends like on the person on how much contact is needed with each other.
Yeah.
Because for example, like if you post something, I can respond on that, or I can also choose to just ignore it. So it also like depends on ourselves in the way like our relationship is gonna be after this. But like outside, like the most people you spend time with here, who are they? Like the students or other people?
I mean, I think from our masters, you too. Yeah, I have also other friends. My girlfriend, I spent a lot of time, but like
Obviously.
from the studies, of course. Like
Yeah.
I think you guys are the most.
Yeah. That's same for me. And Mas3 for you?
Yeah, also you guys, but also my fellow Germans. Shout out to the Germans.
Auf Wiedersehen. No.
Yeah, because I don't know, it's different when you speak the same language,
Of course.
and it's automatically like you have something in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that cultural exchange here.
Yeah, same. But I was also actually wondering about your first impression about the Indonesian people here. Like, how, like, what did you expect from them, and how did they behave towards you when you are here, like, for already like almost 1 month?
I was actually really surprised because for me it's quite hard to trust people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice to see that I don't think people try to scam me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they are really nice, super helpful.
Yeah.
They just come to say hi, they always smile. I think the people are amazing in Indonesia.
You mean like in general the people? in
Yeah, or the
Indonesia?
people you met, like here.
Yeah, like that. All of them are so nice. I think I've never met a rude Indonesian guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Me neither.
I'm also not in the touristy areas in
Mhm.
Yogyakarta. Maybe there are some scammers or something,
Yeah.
but most of them are way too nice, which I'm not used to from Germany.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And yeah, it makes something with me. I smile more in
Yeah.
the streets.
Yeah, sometimes when I walk by, I see someone like looking like a little bit mad at me, or I don't
Yeah.
know. But then I'm just smiling to that person, then he's immediately smiling back to me, and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I
don't know.
actually have a situation like yesterday and today in the morning, my scooter wasn't turning on, like the automatic thing,
Mhm.
and I had to do it manually. And it happened like a few weeks ago for the first time, and I didn't know what to do. So the neighbor of my hostel helped me. And yesterday and today, the neighbor was outside and he saw me that it didn't turn on, and he smiled at me, and then I just put it on manually, like he showed me.
He was proud
And
of
then he
you.
was so happy.
Yeah.
And then he greeted me and I said hi, and yeah, it was so wholesome.
Yeah.
Like we didn't talk at all yesterday or today, but we knew
Yeah.
my scooter's shit, but he taught me how to turn it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the small things.
I think like here, like the most people don't speak like English here at all.
Mm.
So it's most about hand gestures, and if you want to buy something, it's about the language of the calculator. I always say I just show my phone and type it in on my calculator. Like, how much is the price?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like in general, like maybe I've traveled like a lot of countries, but the Indonesian people are maybe the most kindest people I've met until now. I can say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also really different from Finnish people.
Mhm.
Like if I look into the eyes of Finnish people, they are not looking back, they don't smile.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I'm also that kind of person, but maybe I will change here.
You never look me in the eyes.
No, but like if I see some random people on the street, I
Yeah.
never in Finland,
Yeah.
I would never look at them that way and smile.
And during presentations at school, do you look at people in the eyes, like?
I mean, it really depends. Like, we had one teacher, and he just said to me like that it's good that if you look at the back of the class, like on the wall, it
Yeah.
looks like you are looking at the people, but
Mhm.
actually you are just looking at the wall.
Mm.
So that's a helpful tip.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to move on to the second topic, like
Yeah.
which Mas3 prepared. So
Yeah, I have a question for you guys. Do you feel like when you're here in Indonesia or Jakarta, do you feel like you're different from how you are at home? And why do you think that is so? Like, different in the sense of personality,
Yeah.
behavior, habits?
that's a deep question. Yeah, I think even though I would say that I'm the same, because I don't try to change on purpose, but I think we are living here in exchange on a bubble because we already have like money from back home. We are just living the life like because the life is here cheaper. We are more enjoying. Sometimes we have school, but after school we just go on trips and things like that. So the way of living is different from me, but like personality wise, I'm just trying to be the same as I'm always been. So I don't think I really changed in that way. You must, Markus?
Yeah, I also don't think I changed really. I think at home I really like routines.
Mhm.
Like I'm really routine oriented person.
Mhm.
They are so important for me, and here I don't really have them. And actually it's nice. Like I can do whatever I want. For example, today Max asked me for gym, so yeah, I can come, and yeah, it's like actually I enjoy it. Maybe it's also a lesson for me that it's not always so much about the routines, that you can also freestyle a bit.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. I have the same feeling about that. Yeah.
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 And
Yeah,
what about you?
I asked the question because I realized I am pretty different from how I am at home. Like, for example, I love my scooter. Back at home, I love my public transport. Or, I don't know, I usually go to bars in Germany, which goes hand in hand, like Germany beer culture. But here I prefer cafes because alcohol is no such thing here.
Mhm.
I even stopped smoking.
Nice. Congratulations.
I don't know how long that will last, but I realize I don't need it. And generally, I feel like I'm more relaxed. Like I already started being more relaxed in Germany the last few weeks I was there, but here I feel like I don't worry too much about the past or the future. I just live in the moment.
Yeah.
Why do you
It's-
think it's this way?
Yeah, because it's so convenient here. I don't have to, for example, for food, I don't need to go shopping. I can just either order food or step on my scooter and get food.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, the daily simple things for transportation. I don't have to look for the tram. I don't have to look for the bus. I can just step on my scooter and go anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't have, I mean, I still have my job back home in Germany, and I also have university. Those are like fixed dates. But other than that, I can do whatever I want,
Yeah.
kinda. And yeah, it's a nice feeling to not having to worry, because Germany really invites you to worry about a lot of things. And I
Mhm.
realize that when I look at the news in Germany,
Mhm.
I become a lot more stressed. And yeah, I really hope I can take some of this home,
Yeah.
some of these things. But let me follow up with another small question. I mean, you both said you didn't really change, maybe a little bit, but
Mhm.
do you like this version more of you? Or do you miss yourself from home? Your routines, your habits?
Well, to be honest, for me, this whole exchange. To be honest, I didn't do it like for the study part. I just do that more for the life experience.
Mm.
So I do think that the lessons I will learn here will like contribute to myself, like to be like a better person, or maybe even though I say that I didn't change too much, but maybe like after 2 months or 3 months, or even though when I'm back in the Netherlands, maybe the relation will fall then, you know. So but I realized like one thing, and that's like back in the Netherlands I was like more on myself, and like here on the exchange I like every day with people, and to be honest sometimes my social battery is like a little bit low, like okay, I've seen enough people like the last few days, maybe give me like
You
some
really don't seem like it.
Yeah.
Like you seem
Yeah.
like a very extroverted person who talks with everyone.
Yeah, that's basically when I'm comfortable with people, or when I trust them, or feel like a connection with them, then I'm really like that. But otherwise I can really be like an introvert, just be on my own. Sometimes people say, Ufuk, you look a little bit cold, but it is yeah for me then.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I have similar thoughts that I also spend quite a lot more time alone at home. So it's a really nice change actually to spend more time with people. But also I enjoy spending time alone. Yeah, but of course now I want to maximize the experience here, so
Yeah.
I want to just do as much as possible. Also try new things, and yeah, if I like this more, I mean I still have to say that I a bit miss my routines. It's still a nice feeling that you have like a proper schedule and stuff, but maybe during the months it will also change.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
And you must?
Yeah, I mean, some things I like more. For example, stopping to smoke. That's always good.
Yeah.
But for some things, it always depends on the environment. I mean, I like being flexible, spontaneous, but I can't do that in Germany. Like, I don't
Me
want to
neither.
be. I want to be in time. Punctuality is very important. And yeah, I think it's when I come back, it's just all about realizing what was good for me in general and what was good for me in the semester. Because yeah, some things you just should leave here in Indonesia, I think.
Yeah.
But like, what's the biggest lesson you learned so far? Like,
Biggest lesson.
like for me personally, it's about like what you said about Germany, about the punctuality. It's the same in the Netherlands, and I've also for myself, I always have like a routine. At this time I need to do this, at that time I need to do this. But here I'm also like leaving some like some free room for things to do, just to do spontaneous, like to do in the weekends or in the evenings, just hang out with friends. So in the beginning it was a little bit difficult for me, because then I was like, what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I don't know yet, but I will see tomorrow, it will be fine.
Yeah.
So letting that feeling of control go, that was a little bit difficult for me, but that's also at the same time maybe the most important lesson I've learned here so far. Like,
Yeah.
do you have like some kind of similar experience maybe with something else or not yet?
think
Maybe
my biggest lesson learned is to stop caring too much, like in a sense of just letting things be sometimes and not worry about them. That's what I said about not worrying about the past or future. Like, I sometimes worry about so many things, and for example, for a presentation, I couldn't sleep at night or something like this. But like today I had a presentation and I like
when did you start preparing for that?
we're not gonna talk about this, but it could have been a sleepless night, but I realized it doesn't matter, nobody cares, like in a positive sense.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
I should be confident in myself enough, so yeah, at the end it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter too
It's
much.
not like the end of the world if
Yeah,
something happens,
Yeah.
something doesn't go the best way.
yeah.
Yeah, I have really similar feelings like what Ufuk was telling, that yeah, just be spontaneous. Also for me, I wanted to like just try out many new things, challenge myself. For example, couple weeks ago I went to Muay Thai with Ufuk, and it's my first time that I was doing some how do you call this, like fighting sport. And yeah, it was, let's say, a big step for me because it's like going out of the comfort zone. And yeah, then I saw that okay, it's fine, like no one is looking at me a bad way, even though I was doing it first time. So it's also like really good experience for me that just try new things, just go with the moment.
Yeah, I think we'll continue doing new things when you're back in the casual environment.
That's an interesting question because I think that in Finland I would never go to boxing or something like this.
But like other things, for example, trying a new hobby or something, will you take this? Because I feel like trying new things gives you a lot of endorphins, like and it's, I think, always a good thing. It's just realizing that failing or not following a hobby is not a loss, but a learning, so to say. I think that would be a nice thing to take away from the semester, to always try new things.
That's true.
And I also agree with what Markus said about stepping out of your comfort zone, because most of the time it's just our own limiting thoughts. Nobody cares about what you do, but you're making sometimes things bigger than it is in your head. Just letting that feeling go. It's like, of course, it's not easy to talk about it, but you need to show it in your behavior. But by realizing this, we already like make the first step, I think. So that's something nice.
Yeah, that's true. So let's try new things also in the future.
Maybe talking about new things, maybe we should also go like to a new topic. Like stepping out of the comfort zone about this topic. So yeah, I also prepared like a question. Maybe it's not really for now, but maybe like about also to getting to know you guys better. So for me it was like, what are your plans like after this exchange? Maybe also on the short term, like what are you going to do the few months after the exchange? But also on the long term, what are your plans like? What do you want to do? Like, maybe I can start with this for myself. So for me, for example, I'm like finished after this exchange. I'm finished with studying. So I do not plan to study more than this. So I think I want to do like an internship or like a traineeship starting in February or in September 2025. And I really like this time to be being abroad. So maybe I will also do the internship like somewhere abroad. And right now I'm thinking about Middle East countries or like Turkey, because I have some family there living there. So these are my plans like regarding work. And I also maybe want to start like my own psychological not company, but like a platform on Instagram or social media. Just and also that's something I wanted to start in Turkish, because I'm aware of the fact that the people in my environment have less resources to get more knowledge about this topic, about self-development, about mindset and things like that. So I want to be like not a role model, but like an inspiration for them to develop themselves. So these are, I think, the most two important things for myself to develop myself on after this.
Do you think you're ready to work full time? Because I'm not.
Yeah, I don't have the feeling, but I actually don't want to have like one full-time job, maybe like two jobs at the same time, but one like 4 days a week and the other like 1 or 2 days, something like that. Because I'm still young and I just want to enjoy life. And my parents always said like, Ufuk, you're still young, you can always work your whole life, so don't be like that eager to work. You have enough time to just also like enjoy being young and study life. So I don't know, like I also like said to myself, like I was thinking like a few steps forward, but sometimes I also should just enjoy being in the moment. And like for now, my moment is like being in an exchange in Indonesia. So I'm also not that much stressing about what I will do when I'm back. Maybe I will do that just at the end of December, for example.
You should just step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you are ready to work.
Yeah, that's also possible.
Maybe not working is your comfort zone.
Yeah, to be honest, maybe So, Max, what are your plans?
I mean, I'm going back to Leipzig, in Germany. I will continue studying. I still have, I think, 2 semesters to go. Some exams, some ECTS. I'll write my master's thesis, I think, in winter. Yeah, and after that, I have no idea. Like I said, I'm not really ready to work. Maybe I will be after my master's thesis, but yeah, I will see.
Mm-hmm.
And other than work, I think I will travel more, even if it's just outside of Leipzig in Saxony, or a 1 hour trip, because I don't really travel a lot in Germany. I always go like to Africa maybe for 1 month, or like here in Indonesia, but other than that I don't really leave my house. I like my comfort zone at home, but I really want to try new things. Maybe I'll buy a scooter.
Why not?
Yeah, but I will see. Maybe this will change, but those are my plans.
What's your like a dream in let's say work-wise? Do you have some goals?
I mean, I study sustainability management, so of course I want to do something with sustainability. Do I really have a dream? I don't think so. I think I would really like to work at a job where I can travel to countries in Africa and support them with projects. Of course, not good projects, not greenwashing projects. There's lots of them, but yeah, something that makes sense and where you can see the results. Because most of the times you just sit in front of your laptop, you do something, and you don't see what you did.
And what do you think about remote working? Is that an option also for you? Or?
Maybe like part-time. I think I also like being in an office. I realize it here, sitting in a tie and a shirt.
You look fresh.
It's quite nice. Like, I like that lifestyle with the coffee and the breaks and the donuts.
The routine,
yeah. I think I also need that, because remote working encourages you to be lazy. To like work 1 meter next to your bed is not a good thing.
Also, you don't have the human connections that
Yeah.
is with your coworkers.
Yeah, I think
also
I
nice.
need that in my life.
Yeah.
What about you, Markus?
Yeah, I will also actually graduate now. Like, I only need 1 course from Indonesia. Then I have all of the ECTS, and then I have graduated.
Light work.
Yeah, but I still have 4 courses for the scholarship money. Then after that, my, let's say, long-term goal is to also have, like Ufuk, to have own company. I'm really interested in investing in financial stuff, so that's something I want to do in the future. Maybe have my own company that invests in stock, and yeah, by that way get the money for living. Yeah, I think that's my biggest like dream. Now I was working for the last 6 months. I was working in a software development company, and I kind of realized that working for other people is not maybe that rewarding for me, especially that the software development wasn't the number 1 interest for me. So also that made me realize that maybe working for yourself is something.
So you want to be your own boss.
Yeah.
You like that responsibility, that weight. Because I think there are advantages of being self-employed, but also advantages of being an employee.
Of course, it goes both ways. Of course, it's a lot more stress. You are like, if it goes bad, it's your own money, and you have to come out of it somehow. But it's also a lot of freedom, which I really like.
But are you already taking steps to get your own company? Like, what are things you do in daily life which make you come close to that goal?
Regarding the investing company, I basically invest all of my money. So yeah, I kind of do it already, but not through a company.
Do you sometimes check your stocks during class?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also I used to have a company like a couple of years ago, so it's also like, it's not totally new for me. Yeah, so
What was
it's
the
a big
name of the company?
It was in Estonia, and it was called Nutirog. Yeah.
And are you doing that on your own or with?
It was with my cousin, but now he's doing it. I have still my money inside, but I'm not let's say, in the daily operations at all. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that we have a millionaire at the
Yeah,
table.
not even close.
An entrepreneur.
Who know who's gonna pay the next coffee for us? Yeah. So I think we should like move towards the end of this podcast. But before that, I have like few questions also like for you left. Like we are here like a few weeks now, and I hope you learned some Indonesian, like some bahasa. And I was wondering, like, do you have like a favorite word or sentence in?
Favorite word. I mean, I think the word that I use most is ayam. I really like chicken, so I eat it every day, 3 times a day. So it's an important word for me.
Yeah. I would say I like hati-hati because you can say it every time you're on a scooter.
What does it mean?
Careful, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And it sounds funny. Like hati-hati.
I've never heard that, so that's also why I'm asking like what it does mean.
You're a
Hati-hati.
good driver. Hati-hati. What's your favorite word, Mas3?
I think I like sampai jumpa. Like when I see you, like sampai jumpa.
Yeah,
That's-
but I feel like it's so unrewarding because sometimes people don't reply it back. I feel like they don't understand it. That's why I always ask myself if it's the right word.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I think it is.
I think so. Yeah. Sometimes if they don't respond, I also say like salamat tinggal and then just say everything I know and then it will reply. But do you guys plan to learn more Indonesian for the? Like,
I think I should. I mean, of course, I don't want. I'm not planning to be fluent, but like some small talk maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like I should, but I don't have time for that. I feel like I have work, I have assignments, I have presentations, I have class, I have travel. There's not a lot of time for learning, but I'd really like to learn more because it's some form of appreciation to the culture. Because I hate it when Indonesian people say, sorry, I don't speak English. Like they shouldn't excuse themselves for not speaking English. Because I'm the guest, I'm the tourist.
Yeah.
So I really want to learn more, but I feel like I won't be able to.
That's a good question. But which languages do you guys speak at the moment? Like how many languages do you?
I speak English, French, Spanish, German, and some Luganda. That you speak in Uganda.
Oof. Wow.
I know how it is to speak foreigners,
Mhm.
not the foreigner, the language of the people. It's a lot of fun.
But you speak fluently.
Not
Spanish
fluently.
and Spanish and French.
Also not fluently.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I can talk a bit, but
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's very fluent.
Yeah. I speak Finnish, Estonian, some German, some Swedish, English of course. Yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah, and for me it's just Dutch, Turkish, English, some little Arabic, French, a little bit Deutsch. Ich spreche ein bisschen gut Deutsch.
Sehr gut, sehr gut.
And of course I speak the language of love. Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
that's it. Yeah.
I have also one question for you guys. I was thinking that what's one thing you really want to do? Like one thing that at the end of the exchange you want to experience here? It just came to my mind now. So maybe we can then look like half a year this podcast and think that if we made it.
For me it's easy. I want to see an orangutan because they're so majestic and yeah, just like these kinds of animals. I'd really like to see them in nature, not in a zoo or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll be able to do it. Maybe I won't be able to say it in this podcast because it's probably gonna be in January. But that's my dream here.
We can arrange a Zoom meeting for that.
I'll send a picture. Do you have an idea, Mas3?
Yeah, for me, I don't have like one specific idea, just creating memories in general, I would say. But maybe for me, like when I was younger, I always wanted to fight, like to have like, not fight on the streets, but like have a professional fight or something like that. And since like 1 month ago I started with Muay Thai, so maybe for me it's like a personal goal to do like a fight here at the end of December, November.
That would be so
So
sick.
I'm actually looking forward for that. I have nothing planned yet, but maybe that's something I can do next to my university, of course.
Sounds really interesting. Yeah, for me, I would like to try surfing.
Surfing?
Yeah, that's something I always wanted to try.
You have never done that?
No, never.
I've done it last week in Batu Caras. Like I tried to do it, but
Yeah.
it was really difficult. You know, it's really hard to catch the waves first,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also like being on that board
Yeah.
because you kind of fall a lot. But
Did you have a teacher?
no,
Okay.
I was my own teacher. So.
You should take lessons.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive, I think.
Yeah,
And I think there's lots of possibility to do it here.
I think
Right.
so. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I need to look into that. We have a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We think that.
I think that time flies when you're
Time
having
flies.
fun.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's already been 1 month.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
It's really fast.
Time flies.
Yeah. So, like this was our first podcast, and it was like a fun idea, and we just did everything in one take, so we can be proud on that. Like, how did you guys experience this? Like, how was it for you?
I think it's really a nice experience. Like also this is something new that we are doing now.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, but it's quite stressing. Like if you have the microphone,
Yeah.
it's really different.
It feels like a presentation,
Yeah.
but that you prepared for very good. Like you don't need to read any text.
Yeah.
You just know the answers. So it's a bit like I'm sweating a little bit.
Are you guys sweating a lot? Because I am.
Yeah, the AC is not the best.
Yeah.
Maybe we're too hot.
So,
Yeah.
how often should we do this, guys? Like, would you guys want to do it even again, or is this the first and last time for you?
Yeah, of course.
I want to do it again.
Yeah.
We should invite some guests and maybe have a topic.
Yeah.
Maybe not always talk about ourselves.
Mhm.
Maybe talk about, I don't know, things we know.
Mhm.
Some takes on things.
Yeah.
Maybe not politics. I don't want to talk about politics.
Oh, that's difficult topic.
Some finance talk.
Buy some stocks. Give just all your money to Markus.
I
Even.
mean, we look like brokers.
Let's do it.
All right. So
So we should do it again.
I think so.
I totally agree with it. It was. I didn't expect to have that much fun of it.
Yeah.
And I also enjoy with talking with you guys, get to know you even more better. So
Yeah. And the time went so fast. Like it's, I don't know, 40
long has it
minutes.
been?
I think almost 1 hour.
Yeah.
Like 50 minutes, 1 hour. So yeah. So like I don't know how to end this podcast. So do you have any recommendations? Like how should we end it? Like
Yeah, you should thank everyone for listening.
thank you.
And say bye.
Bye. Sampai jumpa.
Bye bye. Sampai jumpa.
Bye.